Hey yo. See. Hi everyone. Okay, so I'm going to start and hopefully build or assemble this paper model in the next 5 minutes or so. Just trying to figure out which way everything goes here. I think I've got it. Okay. So this might turn out well. I don't know what's going to happen here. I wish I had thicker cardboard. I'll see how it plans out. So what I'm going to do now is going to glue each individual part together to form this 3D shape, this model, this paper model. So what it is here I'm doing, so basically I'm looking to build a 3D model, a very fancy shape, a fancy enclosure for this. What do we see here if I go and get it? So for this, what do we see? This fancy handheld device that I made here. So basically what it is a clamping mechanism that I can attach my workings that I have created for this welder system. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to create a fancy stainless steel enclosure out of mirror finish stainless. Well, I have to polish it up when it's fabricated. So this shape is quite unique. This enclosure will be quite unique. It'll be a one-off project. I'm going to get started in a moment here. So I've got the hairdryer ready to speed the drying process up here off the glue. So obviously the glue I'm using here for paper is Pritt Stick. So this is the size of the base that the base will be in stainless. So the dodecahedron will be a wee bit bigger. So it'll come out this way. Look like sort of like a diamond shape. So here we go. I'm going to start here and just keep her left. So lining everything up. So about many days ago, a couple of days ago, I started cutting and folding these pieces. And that's wrong already what I'm doing there. It's the wrong side. That hole is for the back, the gland at the back. So I need to get the right one here before going any further. That's it. So 2 holes for the 2 tabs on the base here. I'll put a wee bit of glue in the back too here. So this is going to be a slow process. Might work and it mightn't work either. Oh, not wise. So I've got the 3D model of the dodecahedron created on the computer. So there, it's taking shape already. Not. So I just need to be careful here. This is dry. So what I need now is 2 blanks for here, okay? So that's a blank. And that's a blank. It's weight on the floor. I think it's dry now anyway. So I'm going to do the next one here now. So I've specially left the little tab here at the side and no tab at the side. So these tabs will only be on the paper model and not the stainless parts, because when I go to cut these out, I will basically weld them together. So there won't be a fold on them. The fold's only to benefit the paper model. Okay? These folds. I hope the paper model turns out well here. I think it will. It'll give me an idea what the enclosure, this unique enclosure, what it will look like before I build it out of stainless. So that's the idea. So as I say, I've specially cut these out the last day using this cutting board. Oh. So on to the fourth side here, the fourth lower side. So what I like to do here is basically just hold this up and look at it rather than sitting on its face there. So lining it up to this one. Get down, boy. So I just need to take my time here. Don't want to wreck it. Okay, so now on to the fifth part, or the fifth plate, the fifth piece of paper here. So that will bring this shape together. So hopefully now when I fold this into shape, it will start forming this the same shape, the perimeter of this base. Okay, so we're now on to the rear. So the rear has a 20mm hole at the back of it here. So this is the back of the enclosure, or the dodecahedron. So a 20mm gland will be on here, and this will sit at a wee angle downhill like that at the back at this point. So here we go. Going to glue this one and we're going to bring it together. So using Pritt stick and lining up the marks, and I'm gluing it using the wee tabs that I've created here. So again, the tabs won't be on the stainless plates, only the paper model. So the paper model will give me a good idea. It will be to scale on what the enclosure, what it will look like when it's completed. The dodecahedron. So it'll be a worldwide unique project. Okay, just gonna get up a wee minute. So that's the 5 pieces now, all stuck together, right? So when I bring this up now and glue the final piece at the bottom, this will take shape and it will follow this base piece. This will be one piece of plate, and this will be the 2mm plate, the 2mm base. So this is now probably the trickiest part done, I hope. So now what I need to do now is start gluing on the other pentagon shapes to form this special, unique shape, this model, this paper model. So building it out of stainless, obviously, is going to be much more work involved, but I will do it. Can I get a drink of water here? Right, so I'm going to get back to the way I was again and the position. So the light's hitting us here. So, don't want to wreck these ones. So we're just going to give these a wee heat first. Ah, they're well dry there now, I think. Look at that, they're coming. Oh, would you look at that? Isn't that beautiful? So it's taking shape there now, look. So what I need to do now is glue this part carefully. Now the hard work's not over yet. So rather than make just a square box, like even out of stainless, I like to push boundaries here and do things completely different. I like to torture myself. Not exactly torture myself, I love it. So there you go. We have this unique shape coming together here. So if I get this now and place it onto the base, this will be my enclosure, okay? So if I set this onto the base, it should be identical, which it is. Okay? So at the bottom of the base here, below the two transformers that I've created, that I've formed, that I've configured, the air will be drawn up from using a fan, or two fans maybe, I'm not sure yet. I might make use of the vents. Let me see where they are. This one. Might make use of these vents. They were going to be dummy vents. These vents also have the Dodecahedron in them. So basically I've drawn the shape. So basically it's like looking down on this enclosure. The same shape is drawn on to act as the vents once they're cut out. Okay. So I've really went to town here with thinking this up. Okay, so the next step now is starting to glue the sides on this. I don't know how this is going to go. It's going to be hard, maybe. So I need to get it right anyway. So I have planned for, what do I see here? This is the back. Is it? That's the back with the cable gland hole at the back. So this will go here. And I think, am I telling lies? Hold on, I think. No, this is the front. Right, so the front is with, I think, let me see if I get this right. I might need to go look at the model here. Okay, so I'm going up to the model. I can't risk this. Right, I have to load up a computer here. Let me see if I can open this model and then I'll go back down to the paper model. So, let me see where it is. I just need to make sure I get this right before I start gluing the paper model. Before I make a B of it. There we go, right. So let's see what's going on here. SolidWorks is messing up, I think. Hmm. Student edition. Right. What is going on here? Must be the cold weather. Yellow whale. Right. Never done that in this life. Right, let me get a look at this. So, yeah, okay. So, switch is to the right hand side. This is not going to be a rocker switch now. This is going to be a touch switch. So, at the back there, we have the flat. And at the front, we have where the two cables, the high current cables come out. So, yeah, I've got it now. Right, I'm back at it. Put this on the stand. And I'll get started again. So now that I understand what I'm doing, let me see if I go around this way. This is the front. And this is the back. Okay. So what I need to do now is start gluing the vents. I think they're here, aren't they? Yeah, they're at this point. So I'm going to start with this one. I'm going to glue it on here. And I'm going to work my way around. And hopefully this goes to plan. As I say, it's tricky, obviously. You know what? I'll put the front panel on first. So the front panel, did I print it out? Yeah, so the front panel has the little window and the little holes for the switches that I have to make. The little bars that will push the switches on the control board. We have these two holes which will be 16mm for cable glands, and this hole down here is for the foot pedal. I might change my mind. I might put the capacitive switch, the touch switch, to the front. I'm not sure yet. But anyway, let's go ahead here and make this out of paper. So I can trim this. Could trim the whole lot of them. I'm gonna go and do the whole lot of them. So bear with me. I'm nearly done here. Right. So it's slow procedure here. Slow, right? Have to get it right. So as you can see, it's quite tricky to do here. Leave it all. I'm going to leave it all fingerprints. So that is the front face on the Dodecahedron. So here, when the enclosure is built, we'll have the control board, we'll have the two high current cables, we'll have the switches to control the control board, we'll have the little connector, I think it's 5-pin connector, stainless steel, for the foot pedal that will plug into the enclosure. And we'll have the handheld device in this box connected to these high current cables. So on to the next one here now. I just have to take my time. So this side's going to be a vent, okay? So we've got the control panel here. Let me make sure I'm in view here. So we've got the control panel there, right? And let me see. I'll just keep it at this side's going to be the vent. Okay. So as things progress here, it's going to get harder. Because I can't work on this unless I dry it right enough. So another unique project for the channel. So when all these unique projects are built, what I'm going to do is do one big video on them. And I'm going to present all my projects together to show difference. Making sure this is well glued here. So things are getting harder here now. Much harder. It's definitely harder. I'll bring this down closer. Right. Yeah. Right. So that'll do there. So as you can see, it's getting more difficult now to put it together, but I'll do my best. Scissors. Right, on to the other vent this side, which is this. So, am I right? Am I wrong? Yeah, so that needs to put on there now. And have to glue the all sides, back and front. So I need to glue here, and here, and here. And also touch it here too. Oh, wrong way, Jeffrey. It's getting hard. Did I put glue on that? Did I? Might block the camera a minute. I am not wise, I know. Not wise. I need this down a bit. Come down, boy, come down. There now. Ah, dear. It's getting some hard to edit. We're getting there slowly. So there's a dodecahedron coming together there now. So it'll look well when you imagine that's all built out of stainless steel and it's polished into a mirror finish. Try not to run my fingers across it too much. So see all these sharp edges here? I want the sharp edges on the real stainless enclosure. So next now we have this panel here. Okay, so things might get a wee bit easier when I get these last two parts on and then I put the roof on here. Okay, so just bear with me, it'll be another wee while yet because it is a slow process. This is a blank panel, this is another control panel, okay? So the switch will be here, it won't be a rocker switch, it'll be a capacitor, or a touch switch now, capacitive effect. Okay, so if I put this on here now, we're getting there. Slowly. So I've got the cable gland here at this point. That's correct. Because this is the back here. So I had to pick a side. It couldn't be in the center. I wanted the cable down as low as possible. I could have put it here, but I decided to put the switch here instead, okay? So I'll go ahead here and start gluing this again. But as I say, I need to take my time. It's getting difficult. Right. So I need to glue here, here, and here. You block the camera a minute here, maybe. It's hard. They block the camera in my head or not. It's hard. It's awkward. I'm trying not to get smudge it too much. Or crease it. Oh dear. So I have two sides left to do. One side, one roof even. Just gonna go wash my hands maybe. Not about. So I'm just working it into position there, that panel. Making sure that these edges line up. It's not easy. It's definitely not that easy now. So there we have it. The Dodecahedron. Coming together very well here. Okay, so hopefully I'm not blocking it too much. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this last face on, okay? I have to trim it here. Okay, so I'm ready now for the last bit. I'm just making sure this is all nice and glued here. Pressing the tab to the face. Ready? Nearly ready for the roof. This is the roof. This is the base. So it's not easy here. But I'm nearly completed. So I'm going to glue the tabs first. And this is a tab, this is a tab, and this is a tab. Might do this side too, we'll see. Might have to do the whole lot together here. So that's the tab done there. That's that one done, that's that one done, and that's that one done. But also, I need to glue here too, otherwise it'll not work too well. Right, let's go for it. I need to put a bit up here. This might be actually easier, I hope. Now that we've got something to work off. Oh, damn, my knees are sore now. Maybe not, maybe not. Can't believe I'm doing this on a live stream. No. Could have went wrong there. Could have went wrong. But it didn't. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful shape? It's going to be a beautiful enclosure. It's going to be worldwide and unique. Of course. No one else like it. And that's the idea. To be different. To be different and to make beautiful things. Right, now you're ready for the roof. Here's the roof. The best way to do the roof would maybe to flip her up on her end. Can't wait for the day to put all my projects together. Because that really will hurt the people, the haters. So what I can do now is basically glue this and just chuck it down into the hole and line it up later in a minute. So I need to make sure I get the handle right. So the handle sits this way. So if you're looking at the face, I think I've got the handle going this way. Yeah, like that. So what I'm going to do, right, is I'm going to glue this first. I might just hit the hairdryer on this first before I flip this over because I don't want to make a mess of it now that I've done so well here. So when you're looking at this stainless enclosure, this mirror finish, when it's completed, all that you will see is reflective faces here, 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 and here, and here. And I will leave it to my standard, my ways, which are really, really, really high standard. There will be lights inside it. my transformers, the custom circuit, everything will be inside it, and you will see the lights disperse out through these special vents that I will have cut here. So again, we have the dodecahedron shape in the vents. So if you can imagine now looking down on this dodecahedron, this 3D piece, this paper model, you will see the outline of what you see here in like a 2D plan. So you'll see a pentagon in the middle, and then you'll see 5 other pentagons. So if you can imagine now that where my index finger is, this is one of those sides, and then here's another side, and here's another side, another side, another side. So I've been really creative here. Really creative. The Jeffrey way, I call it. So I'm going to glue on this bit now. I need to make sure I get it right here. Make sure it fits first. Yeah, it'll fit. Right, let's try and do this without making a mess here. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to get a pen, and I'm just going to mark an arrow facing here. And I'll mark the inside of this too. Okay. So a mark to there, a mark to there. What I'll do now is I'll glue, what I'll glue first here. I don't know. I might glue this first. So we're putting the roof on now. Look at that there, really unique shape inside. Looks like a, I don't know, like a diamond. I keep saying it looks like a diamond. So as mentioned earlier, the haters won't like this because it's too fancy for them. It's not that it's too fancy for them, they wouldn't be able to even think anything like it. What they'd be making is a wooden box to hold the transformers. So here we go. This is the front, no, that's the back. This panel is the front. Let's get this stuck. So in the hole here with this, pushing it down into position. Hopefully this works. If it doesn't, we've made a mess. See, it didn't work here. Let me see. See, it's sticking to the table. So I'll do my best to get this right here without making a mess of it. It's not easy here. So that really stiffened everything up there. I just have to focus on this a wee bit here because this is going to go off quite quick. So I'm setting the height of the roof here. sticky getting. So this is the Jeffrey way. That is the Jeffrey way. Completely different from anything worldwide. Why? Because I thought of it in my head. And that's what gets people. That's what rolls people up the wrong way. So there we go. See the heaters jumping on and off there. So looking down now on the Dodecahedron, we have this unique shape. I'm not finished yet, so I'm going to put the phone down a wee minute. I'll just start pressing this together. Finish pressing this together. I'm going to just not focus on the camera here, man. There's no point. Get this perfect. Don't worry about anything else. So look at that. That's perfection. Boom. Couldn't have had it any more perfect there. That's a word. Look how sturdy it is now. It's all come together. So there we have it. We have the lovely fancy enclosure completed. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give a wee walk around, and then I'm going to wrap this live stream up. So anybody watching or has watched will know what I'm doing. So what I'm doing here is I'm building a fancy enclosure to contain the circuitry that I have created for my custom, really unique handheld device in that box. So this is an enclosure, a really fancy one, obviously. So a really unique shape. So what we have here down at the bottom there is the screw that will hold this enclosure to that base using these tabs. So this will be cut out in stainless. This will be, what do we see? This is the front, so there's a point here. So this is the front here, and see here we've got a wee tab and a tab here. There's the other tab, or the hole for the tab, and there's the hole for tab at that side. So here we have, I think it's 12mm hole for a socket, 5-pin socket, and a plug. This is all stainless steel. The plug and the socket will be stainless steel too. Here we'll have a rubber grommet for the high current cables. These holes will be for 3mm bars that will be polished, hand polished, sanded, and they will work the control circuit for my welder. So anybody else making a welder around the world or on YouTube will be making a box using, fabricating a box using stainless, or not even stainless, my steel, whatever, stainless or not, but they're not going to be making something as unique as this. So that's where the difference from me comes in. I like doing things and thinking up new ideas and doing things different. But people don't like that because people don't like to see difference. So as you can see, I use my head. I design things my way, different completely from anything else. If you look down here now, you can see, do you see the outline, the shape of the dodecahedron? You can also see it there in the vents where the fan will be, the fans. So this is the control circuit for the heating side, the cooling side. That will control the fans. That there rectangular box will not be cut out. That will be a round switch now. I might keep the round switch round at the front and redesign where I'm going to put the high current cables here. But the switch will be a touch switch to turn it on, and a touch switch obviously to turn it off again, the same switch. At the top here, we'll have a handle, a fancy handle that will also be in a pentagon shape, and that will basically sit parallel. So you can imagine a pentagon inside a pentagon, only it will be 5mm stainless steel, which will also be a mirror finish. That will also be really unique and special looking because you will see the handle within this mirror plate, this finish that I will leave. So all these here joints here will be all TIG welded, and they will be all sanded, keeping the sharp edge. I want the sharp edge. The box will be purged, so there will be no crusty welds on the inside. Each one of these joints will be welded thoroughly. A lot of time and dedication will be put onto this project, as are all my projects, and that's why my projects stand out a mile. So that's it, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this beautiful paper model. I got there in the end. It only took me an hour. Was it as tricky as I thought it was going to be? I thought it was going to be just the glue and all, getting the glue on the fingers and being a wee bit awkward. One of the faces was a wee bit awkward than other ones, but I didn't struggle, so that's good. Wasn't too bad. So that's it, everyone. Thank you for watching. I'll just do a wee demonstration of the base. So that there is going to be drying there now, drying well. So if I grab this box now, so this will be a box, obviously, or enclosure, not a box. So when I lift it with a handle, I will be sitting that point. So this is the front. That's right, it's the rear. This is the front with the more connections and the control panel and switches. So I will lift the handle. I'll turn this around. This is the rear. This is the rear of the box. I will be getting the dodecahedron enclosure, and I will be placing it on the base with the transformers on it. So, as I say, in about, I think, what do we see? Maybe in about 6 months' time, I'm going to do one video with all my projects, like this project, the part, and not the part, because there's more than one part on here. This fancy spot welder, this handheld device in this box, which is like nothing else out there, as you know already. That there and this, my other spot welder, my aperture, my smart glove, all the technology, the creations that I've designed and I've manufactured at home here, I will be doing one video on them, and that video will show difference worldwide. And I can't wait to do it because it's going to be a really, really, really interesting video. So thank you for watching, everyone, and goodbye. Goodbye to the genuine, and goodbye to the haters. Goodbye.